to our respected principal, Dr. Bhagwan Bilani sir, our vice principal, Dr. Mandeep Kochar or ma'am, our sponsor and mentor, Dr. Rajiv Jha sir, our advisor, Dr. M.A. Ansari sir, our beloved teachers, and all who are present here to celebrate Earth Day 2020. Okay, so there's an image on the screen. Does anybody recognize what this image is? Okay, so there's a dot, a tiny dot on the screen. So that is our Earth, and it was termed as the pale blue dot by a renowned astrobiologist. And look how tiny our Earth is when we are looking at it from Saturn. Okay, so that is how tiny and significant our existence is. It's also rare. So in order to honor and as a gratitude towards our only home, our planet, I've written a poem and I'll be reciting the same. The title of the poem is We Belong Here. So listen carefully. Last night, as I was lying under the starry sky, my thoughts about our existence arose high. We belong to a planet which is amongst the 8, revolving around a star which is amongst 100 billion to which we relate. We belong to the Milky Way, bounded by gravity, in our local group of 30, not left astray. We belong to the Virgo galaxy cluster, where 50 galaxy groups muster. And yet, it is a tiny lobe in an even larger structure called the Lagrangian supercluster. Now you see, we are a speck in the universe, an infinite sea. A habitable planet may be a mere possibility or it may be a sheer ability. Not only our existence, but also our awareness of being here is no less than being there. How then is treating the earth the way we treat anything less than unjust and unfair? So that was the poem, basically to tell how rare our existence is. Now that we know that our planet, our existence is rare, let's try to save our planet at an individual level. This year's theme for Earth Day is to invest in our planet. My question to you here is that what are you as an individual going to do in order to save our planet? Okay, with this, I urge you to think upon it, and would further like to invite my other eco buddies for conducting the further session.
How many of us feel that we know our planet? After all, it's our home from last 20 to 25 years, right? So how many of us feel that we really know the place that we are living in? Raise your hands if you feel like you know at least something about this earth. Very few people. Others are from which planet then? Mars. Okay, I'll ask a question. How many of you all feel that you know at least something about the planet you are from? At least a few things. We require participation. I'm going to conduct quiz anyway if you don't raise your hands. You might as well give it a chance. Right. So we'll be starting with the quiz. You all are supposed to be divided into 4 groups. So if it is comfortable with you all, can you all shift somewhere? Because everywhere else I have more students. One of our team members will be writing down the scores. It would be 10 for each right question and 5 deducted for each wrong question. And we have one person checking that you all raise your hands first, so you get the first chance. And one person would be passing on. So we'll start with the quiz. We'll start with the quiz. Which of the following is a greenhouse gas? Water vapor. बताओ. How many liters of water does it take to make one pair of jeans? Ashlesha. 1028 liters. Anyone else?
Maybe a guess.
If it's wrong, it's minus 5. Minus 5.
It's minus 5.
You haven't mentioned it prior.
It was announced.
Yes, 5 deducted for each of answer. Yeah, she asked you. Anyone else? Nobody raised.
Wait 2 minutes later.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so let us keep a 30 seconds bar after one answer is done. What percent of total global greenhouse gas emissions are produced by fashion industry? 10. Priyanka? 15. Two groups 15, one group 10. What region on Earth produces 20% of the planet's oxygen?
Amazon.
That's correct, Priyanka.
I asked different student in the room.
She's raising hands.
I thought she also got chance.
Most of Earth's breathable air comes from where? Okay, forest. Ocean. Forest. Okay. Ocean. A tree produces enough air to supply in its lifetime for how many people for a year? Oxygen. 3. Amatula 3. 7. 5. 3, 7 and 5. Okay. Even the teachers can participate. So you are in that group. What is the most common type of debris that litters our oceans? Okay, this one who is giving two answers, which one should I answer? Decide please. Cigarettes. So this group is saying cigarettes, this group has said cigarettes, and you have said plastic. Okay. Plastic. Plastic. Cigarettes. When was the first Earth Day observed? When was the first Earth Day observed? Madhuri? Yes?
70.
One person has to raise right. Guys from one group at least give one answer.
85.
1985. 1985. 1990, 1970, 1970, 85. Let's say 85.
1970.
Okay, go ahead. It's 1970. How much of our air pollution comes from motor vehicles like trucks and cars? Raise your hands. If I get Guru's answer, I will mark.
60.
50%, 40%, 30%, 60%. 60, 40, 40, right? 50, 30, 40. Yes. The answer is 50%. Hill forests are being cut down at a rate of dash acres per minute. Now this is serious. 150. Okay, now you require someone else from that group. Both the participants are exhausted. 250. 100. 150, 250, 100. 200. Okay. So understand the question. 100 acres per minute. The rainforests are being cut down. That is not happening. A glass bottle can take how many years to decompose?
6,000.
5 3,000, 3,000, 6,000, 5,000, 3,000, 3,000, 6,000.
Everybody is wrong.
Okay, understand this question also. It takes 4,000 years for one glass bottle to decompose. And just try to understand how many bottles we use in every day to have cold drinks and all. Around how many trees are cut down each day just to produce toilet paper? 30,000. 20,000. 25. Now we require other participants. 25. From this group also other participants. Okay, give us final answer. 35. 20. Zara, your group? 35. Are you using Google?
The answer was
And Kinjal, yours was? 30. 25,000. About dash percentage of marine mammals are at a risk of choking on plastic? 88%, 78%, 80%. The answer is 78%. Which layer protects us from danger?
इतना सरप्राइज था कि इतना माइक से बोलो ना
हाँ चलेगा. You all can hear me? Yes.
रुक जा क्या हो गया इलेक्ट्रिसिटी गया है क्या
How much oxygen does an average 50-year-old tree provide? How much oxygen? Enough for 10 people per year, you say? Okay. This group said 10 people, this group said 10 people, this group said 8 people. What about your 8 people? Okay. Enough for 4 people. You missed out. This question was there earlier also. How much an average tree provides in its lifetime? And a tree's lifetime is usually that much, considering the
Tricky questions, so pay attention.
that's it. Before the end of the session, you
फ्रीडम है
should
सबको
write
आंसर
down
देने
the
उसको
That's
बोल
good.
तो रहे हैं।
Okay, is it fine if we calculate it and give your activity? Thank you.
One is over.
Okay, good morning everyone. That was a fun activity. Everyone participated and answered many right answers. And some were wrong as well. But we got to learn a lot of new things today about our planet. Anyway, let's move ahead with the theme for today. We all are wearing blue and green. I'm very happy to see that we are followed the theme. And another theme is for today's lunch is little less lunch. Right? What is little less lunch? In simple words, no garbage, no waste, no litter, no single-use plastic, no rubbish is generated after we are having our lunch by the students, by the staff, everyone. If we follow that every single day, we don't generate waste every day. And what are the benefits of that? No little less, like no little lunch or little less lunch. What is the benefits? Less use of plastic, no single-use plastic, and No, we do the non-renewable resources every day. It is healthier for us because the packaged food that we eat every single day, does it have nutritional value? No, it does not. We are aware of that. And what if we pack good, hot, home-cooked, fresh food in our tiffins every single day? Does that add value to your health?
Yes.
Of course. And it is cost effective also. It is cheaper, it is good for our health, and it is sustainable also. If we use reusable bottles, tiffins made of stainless steel, thermoses, instead of single-use plastic bottles, aerated drinks, buying drinks every single day from the canteen, or having the packaged food, it does not have any nutritional value. And the home cooked food that we carry in our tiffin, we don't only generate waste, but it is also good for our health, right? And not if we don't just follow it for today, just one day for the earth day, and if we try to imbue that habit for every single day, just think what impact it will make in the long term to your health, to earth, and we don't exhaust the non-renewable resources. Correct? Give it a thought, and let's see. Thank you.
आप खाई दे रहे
Good morning, everyone. So, I can't sing well. Now I can. So, I was supposed to talk about how we can, use, reuse, recycle, etc. We all know these terms, and we can, as teachers, also follow all of this in our classrooms, in our daily life with students, with children, and not only as a class activity but something that we can teach them as life skills. We don't really realize how much of the waste are we generating every day. It's very unconscious in that part. There's a lot of waste in our house as well. Can you please open the curtains? I can't see also, it's very uncomfortable for me. So, for example, we all have glass bottles in our house, achar ka barni, or those frozen bottles, or those Caventos bottles. People usually have them at their homes. We keep it for show, lights डाल के decorate करेंगे, but no one does it. If you do it, if you paint it, if you make it look good, you can use as home decor items as well. There are a lot of other things that we can use in our house, reuse in our house, which we don't really realize. Because of time constraint, I couldn't do much. So I have something to show you all what I made it, and that's for the class. So, and in case if anyone's interested in knowing more as how we can do best out of waste as a life skill in students, then we can maybe have sessions someday, or maybe have SBC or something, right? So, can you see me? So this is a plant starter. This one is a plant starter. I had cooler in my house. I don't know where it did come from, but it was there. So and mom was not throwing it away because she liked it a lot. So I planned on making it better for her. So I painted it everywhere. And this is a money plant basically. It was grown in water by my mother. And when she got a small root, she told me to plant it. So this is a plant starter. So I've done it 3 days ago. So the soil is not firm yet. You see in the nurseries they put plastic around that plastic is also harmful, right? जब प्लांट को प्लास्टिक में डाला तो क्या ही तुमने ग्रो किया, I think, right? So instead of the plastic, it can have this, when the soil is firm, we can transfer it to a bigger pot. So we are not generating plastic that way. This is for the glass. I'm keeping it here. And this is another one I made as a chalk stand. We can keep, and this is not just for our class. I did this thing because we can do these things as a teacher in our classroom and with our students. This is a chalk holder or chalk stand, whatever, because usually we keep breaking chalks in this classroom also and everywhere. So you just keep the chalks in here and you keep it somewhere. You are usually not supposed to drop it there. This is also for the class. And
Good morning, everyone. So today is World Earth Day, and we just wanted to keep a small, session so that you all are conscious. Every day, if you all really want to see how much of waste is generated, just go and stand near the dustbin. You guys will get an idea. This is from one classroom, and there are at least 10 classrooms, so many colleges. So just think about the dumping yards. Okay, so today just try to be conscious, not only today, but starting today, think about the consequences of the decisions you make. Something as simple as buying a chocolate to even, like how she said, growing a plant in a plastic pot. So today's main agenda is that try to think for the pale blue dot and, care for your earth. Don't think of it that ho jayega, recycle ho jayega. That doesn't happen in reality. So be conscious, take the right decisions, be mindful, and respect your earth. Okay, thank you.
the scores.
We wait before score, I will say something and then give our first. Shall I start? Good morning to each one of you.
Good morning, sir.
Our mentor, Dr. Rajiv Shah, my colleague, Dr. Needu Verma, and other colleagues, of course, they are busy in some other lectures. Whenever we talk about Earth Day, do you think that there should be some day then only we will celebrate, then only we will understand, then only we will become aware? I am asking this question from myself right from my childhood. Because I remember once myself and Dr. Needu Verma, we were talking about whether we should have a fridge at home. Madam, yaad hai? We both sometimes talks about our own childhood. Do we really need plastic bags? Because some 40 years ago, if you will go back, if you will ask your own parents, or 50 years ago, at that time there was no concept of plastic bag. People used to carry a cloth bag, and that was only one bag that is kept at home. I still remember my mother, whenever I used to go with her, we used to take that bag and we used to go. Today it became a fashion. We go empty hand. And once everything is purchased, we ask the person, a bag to do? We have purchased 5,000 amount of something. Whenever any festival is coming, people are asking for plastic bags. So this is the state of Mumbai. My sister, she stays in Rajasthan, and whenever I visit there, in Kota, still they have a habit that they don't give any kind of bag. You have to bring your whatever things from home. They will give you the things, whether it is 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. You have to put those things in the bag and take it away. So I think somewhere we need to understand the importance of it, because yesterday while watching news for 5 minutes, I got time to just watch the news. And what I have seen on this planet Earth, at one place it was shown that lots of snow is falling. People are catching cold or many things are happening to them. In the other part of the earth, it was shown that flood has taken place. If I am not being mistaken, maybe somewhere it is in Africa. and the snow falling part was maybe somewhere in the European nation. And in other part of it, it was shown that there is the temperature is so high, means it is almost 42 degrees Celsius. So you can see on this planet Earth, at the same time we have three different options. I should say option, or I should say, I don't know. Three conditions I will say. One is hot, one is cold, and one there you can see flood. So who is responsible for this? We all are aware that we are responsible. But what precaution we are taking? Today we will celebrate she had shown this. We understood everything. But are we really going to practice it? Ideally, yes. Pragmatically. And naturally, what will happen, you can see what is happening on planet Earth. Are you getting the three schools? So you all are sitting here thinking all these things, but from where we are going to begin and how we are going to begin is a question mark. So we need to think about our planet Earth. Maybe somewhere I have read in the newspaper some days ago that by 2075 the entire Mumbai will be, we don't know whether it will be there or it will not be there. But people say, हम तो नहीं रहेंगे, जो रहेगा वो सोचेगा. So we need to think of all these questions, and I'm sure we all, the would-be teachers, you are going to definitely come out with some solution. Thank you.
Namaskaram. Okay, so on this Earth Day, what I can least do is to talk about saving soil, which is what we are talking about in our class. Otherwise also, we have had an event, a very small event related to that, Save Soil movement of Sadhguru, and also about becoming an earth buddy. I am sure a few of you have already done. If not, try to be one, and what basically you have to do being an earth buddy is to be conscious, which is what we are otherwise also propagating, at least on this day today. So not just today, but also otherwise in your life, be a little more conscious about saving soil, through which ultimately you are saving the entire environment. So it's not categorized, save air, do not pollute water, save soil. So it's as a whole saving our earth. I'll read out a little bit about saving soil and how it relates to your own personal being. Did you know that being in touch with soil can increase your happiness quotient? Today, there are several scientific studies that have proven that contact with soil can have tremendous benefits in terms of your physical and mental health. Many of us have fond memories of playing with soil as children, but very few of us can claim to have kept our connection with soil even as adults. So if you are one of them who remembers your childhood because of the fact that you played with soil, this Earth Day is a fantastic opportunity to revive and revisit those memories. Try doing that today again once. It could be just a small plant that you start at home. For my personal example, when my son was small and he asked me for a pet, he is fond of dogs. When he asked me for a pet, I kind of coaxed him to not having one at home, but then I gave him a plant as a starter, and that was his pet. So from that one to at least 40 and 50 pots that I have at home, that's his collection, and of course mine too. So that's a little bit that I could do with my children. And once again, when it happened, I said no again, but a fish pot. So we had a small aquarium with fish. So these are all options, but then these options keep you connected to Mother Earth. Take one passion along with you that relates to saving the environment. That's just a small plea that I can do. Thank you.
teacher said.
So I want volunteers. Bharatanatyam dancers, Kathak dancers, please come. On the stage, without the slippers. All have learned dance, and in classical dance we do namaskar. So just show the audience namaskar. Dancing
Just spread out
in the
the
dance in the respective dance style. And I may do my namaskar.
Praying to the earth, bowing to the earth.
Earth Day. In the namaskar, what is common?
Touching, bowing to the earth.
Very correct. So in Indian mythology, in Indian philosophy, we consider Mother Earth, Vasundhara. And we also have this philosophy, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Right? So that means on this earth, we all are one family. We have only one home. This is the only living planet that we are aware about. So what is the use of a fine home if you do not have a planet which can accommodate that? And what we are precisely doing is, we are moving away from our great philosophy, culture, tradition, and in the name of modernization, scientific advancement, in fact we are harming our own life and future generation. No need to have marriage, families, children. If you cannot preserve your Mother Earth, the planet Earth, as you wish to put it, it's no use of being educated, no use of being a teacher. Isn't it? So this is the significance. I hope you all, by doing the Namaskar, realize this, that in whether whatever be the dance style, we touch Mother Earth, because we are stamping our feet on the earth, the floor, and that is the high regard that we give to each and every creature, including the non-living things, in our philosophy, in our culture, in our art forms. So, learning of our own culture, art forms, is also one of the ways we can preserve, conserve, and enhance the quality of earth. So what Dr. Neelu said, Dr. Ansari said, in the same tune, I am also advocating, but a different perspective, and that is our culture of performing arts along with science. Thank you so much. Thank you, students. Over to students. Great idea by Shreya and team, the Eco Club, and congratulations to each one of you and also to the audience. Thanks to Dr. Mandeep, who is sharing the paper with me. So she agreed, and I also agreed to give you a little more time. I do know there is a crunch of time. Dr. Ansari might have conveyed to you. This extended time is due to the cooperation of all the colleagues, and I hope what you wish to do, the activities, the more activities, the field-based activities that we can do in the coming months. And we also have one more day, the Environment Day on 5th June. But keeping that in mind, we can always organize the events as per the timings or as per the availability we have. So all the best. I'm so happy that the Eco Club is vibrant, active, and full of innovative ideas. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Also, not only something fancy looking can be used as a plant stud, I forgot to say. But it could be a canned items. If someone purchases canned items at home, you could use a tin can. I wouldn't say plastic bottles, but if you use a plastic bottle, you can start 2 plants with 1 bottle. So yeah, and now coming to the scores. I just say the scores. You all assume which team got the most. Okay. So 35, 40, 60 and 30. Now who got 35? Who would have got 40? And 60? So team 1 got 35, team 2 got 40, team 3 is 60 and team 4 is 30. Team 3 is your next time you are in class.
I know we are running out of time, but being an astronomy enthusiast and I know how Earth is really a rare planet, I would like to share a few things. So there is this institution called as the SETI, which is Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. And when I was teaching astronomy in a school, every now and then students used to ask me whether we have found aliens or whether there is any other habitable planet. The answer is still no. I mean, in our solar system also, if you see, there is no planet like Earth, habitable planet like Earth. We know this, right? Every day, the researchers are coming up with discovering exoplanets, like other planets evolving in other solar systems. And yet we have no other habitable planet. So that is how rare our planet is. So it's our responsibility as Earthlings to, preserve our planet, to do things at individual levels. One thing that I would like to say is, stop using bouquet. You can always gift a plant. Start gifting plants. That's what I have started years back, and I tell people. So this is one thing. Now about the concluding the session, yes. So thank you to all who attended the session. I express my heartfelt gratitude to our principal, Dr. Bhagwan Virani sir, our vice principal, Ma'am Mandeep Kaur Kochar ma'am, our sponsor, Dr. Rajiv Shah sir, our advisor, Dr. M.A. Ansari sir, and for the very wise words by Dr. Neelu Verma ma'am. So, and not last but not the least, all of the